Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Because we're doing well on this 18th May 2025. Today we're doing of course, we are doing some video. Because otherwise you wouldn't be seeing me. Imagine the concept of not being able to see somebody if they're not making video. How close is that relationship? How real is that relationship? Sounds crazy, doesn't it? We're gonna be making some content. You're gonna be hearing me talk about everything, anything, and then some. And that's pretty much it. And I just wanted to open this computer. It looks like I'm watching porn, gay porn. And if you're having problem with me watching gay porn that make you homophobic, thankfully we're not watching gay porn at all. Do not worry, ma. We are watching Trailer Park Boys. So similar, the different, but still it's the same, right? Anyway, I'm having some crazy speech. Just enjoy the nature corn. Dance, dance. Da, 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 I only want. Why don't you story little bit of some? You can do they want Lebrowski. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Because I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 18th May 2025. Just a small video today, a short video to say thank you to the Outdoors Boys. So if you're following the Outdoors Boy, I do not need to tell you. This is for the very small bunch of people that do not follow Outdoors Boy. The person in charge, Lucas. Luke got you. And we're also watching American Rage that Gives You Hell. We're in a really good mood. We've been going through depression for the last 3 weeks. And it's been 4 days we've been doing good. So we're doing good. We're doing good. ADG is popping, but hey, I wake up every evening with a big smile on my face. And it never feels out of place. You're still probably working on a 9 to 5 day. I wonder how bad that day's. You see my face, if it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, does it give you hell, hope it gives you hell. And find a man that's worth a damn and treats you well. Yeah, so Luke, who's in charge of the Outdoors Boy, as announced, is semi-retirement. So he talked about goodbye for now. He talked about not making videos this year. So guys are to where we are in May. So there's still May. I'm French. Mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août. Juin, juillet, août. Septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. So 7 months of not content. And I just want to say thank you, Luke, for everything you taught us, for every single video, for the longest video. Thank you for sharing with us your family moments. This is a very bittersweet because he's not retiring. He's helping his son with his channel. He's helping his sons with building that up. And see, with the other YouTuber, a lot of them retiring felt like, oh, we missed the whole YouTube. I don't have the same passion. I don't have the same grind. Luke is just like, yo, I've been doing this for so long. We've been so successful. Let me share the success. And it's amazing because I also believe that the way he did things, the reason that he had was crazy because It's not so much. So the principle of Outdoors Boys is what? The principle of Outdoors Boys is a man teaching his kid to survive in the forest, in the wild. I'm the outdoors, right? Outdoors boy. With this one, it felt like, let me teach my kids to be a human being in normal society. Let me teach them how to be men, how to be adult. His oldest is going to be an adult in 6 years. And Luke said, I don't know if I have time enough to prepare him for the world. I talk about the wild, let me talk to you about life, let me talk to you about in the cities. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and I appreciate the fact that a father wants to teach his kid to survive. A lot of the outdoors videos, like, yo, this is so cool. This is so cool because you're teaching them so much. And there's a bunch of chicks that are super easy. For example, the bit of time you would make fresh bread and honey and butter. And you would say, dude, why? But then it's easy to make and he loved it. So, you know, it was the simplest thing and it saved him. It really saved him a lot of time. There's a couple of videos I've been watching the channel. So I'm weird with the Outdoors Boys. I'm actually really weird. I discovered them about, I want to say December or January this year. So about 4 or 5 months ago. I discovered them because a lot of the people was talking about the Outdoors Boys. And I fell in love with the content right away. From personal experience, my father taking me to camping trip when I was younger. But more so about my reason for loving the Outdoors Boy was, and I feel like if I tell you guys why it's so much of a prick or douchebag. In my opinion, the Outdoors Boy, and you know what? Fuck you. I don't care. Fuck you. The Outdoors Boy were the fucking nerd. Luke looked like and I love Luke, but he looked like a fucking nerd. And this guy was more masculine than all of you guys is juiced up. All of you guys that are representing toxic masculinity. The truth about Luke is he was a father who was able to survive. Didn't matter how he looked. Didn't matter how nerdy he looked. He was masculine because he was able to survive in the wild. He was, I just watched a documentary on Little King. He was primal, so able to survive. And I think masculinity isn't how much money you have, how nice are your car. It's about the number of kids you have because, of course, being a father, masculinity, being a male, is reproducing, and reproducing is technically your sperm. And some people have better sperm count than others, which means that they're themselves are more likely to be fertile than a lot of people, right? That means that there was this guy who looked like a nerd, and I saw the video, and he was just a good father, and he was just helpful. And then the beauty of the Outdoors Boy was exactly that. Was he was able. Yeah, man, I'm getting kind of emotional because it means so much. He was able to portray this alpha male that was surviving in nature, right? That was able to go out in the wild and survive. And sometimes he would show, hey, there's a bear there, you know. It was never like, hey, I'm afraid. It was always in control, which I really appreciate. Because, you know, in the wild, you think that you're out of control, but if with knowledge you're in control. And I really like that. And then sometimes I was seeing the father figure, which would have his kid and produce them. One of my most daring or dearest moments of the Outdoors Boy channel is he has his youngest. And they're going to dude, this is so good. This is so good. Look, the tower. And we're watching Sal talking about 90 Day Fiance. So yeah, Max, this is the dream life. And he goes out with his youngest son, right? And then his youngest son misses his mom, which his youngest is okay. So his father's like, you know what? Okay, we're gonna take you back. And then we haven't seen the son in a while. Then we see the son, and the son is plastered with mosquito bites. And then look, she said she won't allow me to take the kid again. And these are really dears because and don't get me wrong, I was talking about masculinity. I'm talking about masculinity a lot. But look, it never felt, it never, it did, okay, it did feel like it was a father and his son, outdoors boy. And the word there's boys. They're not a group of people, they're just boys. But it never felt like the mama outdoors boy, his wife, I'm forgetting her name, I'm so sorry. It never felt like she was away from the thing. It always felt like family thing, right? And it always felt like respect. But in that moment, I couldn't help but thinking about Papa Bear and Mama Bear's giving shit. And I was like, dude, this guy got, you know. And for some reason, this is also about masculinity. This is also about masculinity. It's also about understanding that your wife will give you shit. And she's right. She's right. She was right. She was right. The kid was messed up with that, but it happens though. It happening. When I was younger, myself, it's a crazy cool story. My father, bless his heart. My father is a farmer's boy. Okay, he's a farmer. He grew up on a farm. He didn't have the best education because in the 50s I wasn't like that, right? He's 67. I'm 33. I'm 32. And dude, sus. Yep. And the craziest thing, I was a kid and I had a mosquito bite. And my father was like, oh. But my father was like, fuck, you're not touching my son. So he hit me on the forehead, because the mosquito was on the forehead. And I had this huge, and okay, well, it wasn't that huge, but it's raining pretty hard. It was it was a huge bump, and the bump didn't come from the mosquito. The bump came from my father hitting me. My mom, she gave him so much shit. And my father, I remember my father saying, what am I supposed to do? Let the mosquito bite him? Yes. Yes, dude. Don't hit your kids. You know? But it's that, to me, that's classic fatherhood. See, the outdoors boy, and I'm gonna finish on that because I don't want to make too much of a video. The plan of the video wasn't to talk about myself. The plan of the video was to talk about Luke. I think that's the goal of the channel, the attraction. Right? Luke, if I was younger, would have been a father figure. Right? I would have been a father figure, absolutely. But now that I'm older, he seems like he's a fellow that you know, there's a respect. Like, okay, well, you know what? You're a good dad. You're a good dude. I respect that. On the survival list, talking about shit I didn't even know. Ton of shit I didn't know. Like, per example, it's so nice. One of my favorite videos from the Outdoors Boy is a video where he has his son. And this gave me goosebumps. They make me break the fuck down. It was his oldest son, Nathan. And fuck, man. His son wanted to go out in the forest and survive, you know? And the concept was his son. And the father stayed behind. And he had his own place nearby if anything happened. And then his son wasn't able to start a fire because his wood was wet, right? And he didn't want to dry the wood. And he was like, he asked his father, hey, can you help me out, Dad? And it was like, oh, this is what you could have done. No, it was what she could have done and said, hey, you need me after all. It wasn't about making the feel. It wasn't about making the kid feel bad. It was just about, hey, you know what? Next time do this, it's gonna help you out. That's being a father. I'm getting emotional because my whole life I hate my father because he was so strict. So strict. I hated him. I was afraid of him when I was a kid. But my father had one virtue. If I was a baby or a young kid and I would fall, my mom would run. My mom would run to pick me up. My father was more so, hey, what the fuck you doing on the ground? Get back up. You know? These are the lessons. These are the lessons. My father was an asshole. An asshole. Now we have a good relationship. When I was young, he was an asshole. However, so many of the lessons he gave me was that. You know? Being a father's hard. Being a father's hard. And when I see Luke, it's one of the rare examples of a really good father on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying there's no good father on YouTube. I'm not saying that at all. I don't usually watch Family Channel. And if I'm being completely honest, if it wasn't for the outdoors, I wouldn't follow. They do have great adventure. Like, for example, I saw a 3 hours that they did for Japan. And it was Okinawa, Japan. And it was amazing. The Outdoors Boy, what a channel. What a channel. And this is it's not about him leaving, you know. And it's not about us not having content anymore. I need to work a little bit. I'm sorry. It's never about, and it never was about, him leaving. It was like, this is why I'm leaving. I'm still here. You know. It's still on the channel. You know. And it took so much maturity to understand that all of these YouTubers leaving, all of these YouTubers retiring, it's not about us having to say goodbye. It's the amount of time that they give us. Yes, they got paid for it. Yes, they got paid for it. But I'm looking at people like Woogie, who depends on his older video, his older banger, or his older viral stuff to get monthly views enough to survive versus a guy. The Outdoors Boy, let me tell you something right now. The channel has enough views for the guy to be fucking rich. No, I'm not saying how rich he is. I'm not saying that. He has enough views to not have to work a single day in his life. You know? And yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it. And then, if only because in his video, he talked about normal life. He was talking about wanting a normal life. And in my brain, I'm like, dude, you're not normal. Luke, you're not fucking normal. Who? Oh, okay, give me a second. Who else goes out with his kid and survive in the forest? Who else goes out in Alaska and in the freezing cold and survives? Right? That's not normal. That's how we like it. Being different is when they leave. And even that uniqueness is say to the father, and that's that thought. We're long enough video. Sorry I got emotional. Sorry I got in my head a little bit. It's just, I don't know. It's a big part of a mentality on YouTube at least, right? Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Hope you guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. It is the summer, it is mosquito season. We are watching South. That's a weird thing to say. I'm watching South. No, I don't know where the video is, but I want to show you who is South because homie deserve a freaking shout out. This is my boy South. No, this is South. This is Sophie, 9 Days Fiance. This is my boy, South. South, love you, dude. Best content in YouTube for 9 Days Fiance. We're doing something cool. We're doing sort of like a meme. So, this is insane. I just did a video on Star Wars and the importance of the culture of Star Wars, and it was it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal because I got to talk about how being a nerd was cool again, and well, it was never cool to begin with, so it's cool. Well, you know what? D&D was pretty nerdy. I talked about it to my cousin yesterday, and we talked about D&D and how it was popular back then, right? Um, and then it allowed me to embrace my own geekiness, and it allowed me to embrace being a fucking gamer. Right now we're celebrating. Well, we're not celebrate. Well, guess kind of. We're freshly. We've been making content for 4 years and 9 days, so we're still in the mood. We're still in the mood of it's 4 days, 4 years birthday. We're doing a Elden Ring playthrough. Now, Elden Ring is my favorite game. It is my favorite game of all time. It is a masterpiece. It is. I love this game. It's so freaking much. But Elden Ring, the problem with Elden Ring, and I'm gonna be completely honest, the problem with Elden Ring is it's a 120 hours playthrough minimum. My shortest playthrough of Elden Ring is 117 hours. And after four, we did one playthrough that was normal. We did one playthrough that was a second playthrough that was normal. No, that's not true. We did a playthrough that was normal. We did a second playthrough which was lore. We did the third playthrough which was a character from the game, which is Lord Vike from the cover, which is the original Elden Lord. If you want to know the, I'm supposed to do a fucking Bang Energy review. Forget about it. And now we're doing a meme review. Meme review. We're doing a meme playthrough, which is the Soldier of Godric, which is a super good idea. Now that being said, there's not a lot of things that I did in my life that was memeable. One of those things that was memeable was, for some reason, I loved Unicorn Bang. Now this is cotton candy. I don't know why. I don't know why I had this unicorn. And if it was memeable, this is why I'm talking about Elden Ring. We're doing a meme playthrough, and this is a meme energy drink. But then you realize it's cotton candy, so it's not so much memeable. And this is how ADHD works, and this is how a crazy, insane man functions. So I was talking about D&D, and you don't know why. I'm talking about Elden Ring. You know why. You talk about D&D and being a nerd and being a meme. Why it's important? Well, because Star Wars being part of current is part of a current life, right? And I remember watching AGP videos on the Starbucks Frappuccino, the Unicorn Frappuccino. And now I know exactly why my brain was like, this is unicorn. You know? It is really rare that I don't know how my brain works, but for 1 second right here, I know why. That is a beautiful thing. So I was hoping for unicorn is cotton candy, so a little bit less funny, a little bit less ha. But at the same time, we're still gonna have fun. We're still gonna be enjoying ourselves. Without further ado, let's get into the review. We have Cotton Candy Bang. For some reason, I really remember liking this. So back in the days, right? During my entire life, I've had. I'm a complex guy, right? When I work, I really work. When I work, I'm constantly working. It's crazy. My first time in the apartment working, I had 2 jobs. My second time working, I was doing overtime constantly. I was doing 60 hours because it was a really busy company, really busy. And then what ended up happening is, and that's the greatest story ever told. What ended up happening was we can't believe I'm gonna say this. We were making a lot of money, right? And even the last one that I had, I was doing this job, which was a 9 to 5, which is possibly the least amount of time I worked. However, I worked there for 8 years, which is a lot more. And I was also doing YouTube, which was another 6 hours of my day, so that's 14 hours. I was obsessed with YouTube also. But when I work a lot, I make a lot of money. And when I don't work, I don't work. So I spend years. For example, right now, we're going to be celebrating a year of not working. Why celebrating? Because that's a year of doing content, of following my dreams. Now, this is not a concrete dream because I'm not making enough to survive, but we're working towards that. And in my time with needs, in my time of not working, I party. And the the common cliche with this, which is true, is you take a person that never had money and they don't know what to do with their own money. For me, celebrating is going to the Couche-Tard, get close to my house, next to my house, and buying Ben and Jerry at $5 a pint, and buy energy drinks. And for some reason, they had Bang, and I would go to Maxi when I was working. When I was working, it was more so Maxi, which are cheaper, so I would drink a lot of Monster. And for some reason, I never had Bang. I would go to the girls to the Couche-Tard, and I was tasting the Bang, and for some reason, this flavor was such an endearing flavor. It was more expensive, and I loved it. So this is really good memories, to be honest. This is really, really good memories. This is memories of we just worked 2 jobs for a year and a half, and then we had the same job but with 60 hours a week of overtime. Oh no, with overtime, and then after this 3 years, it became quite normal. It became quite normal to have this Ben and Jerry and have this. It became a ritual, and it's crazy because in my mind, I was splurging. I was really splurging, really splurging. I was living life like no one else. However, I love life. We're gonna make a video about that, by the way. So, I was spending like $14 a day. No, more than that. I was spending $10 in the ice cream, possibly 2 of these, so that's $6 plus like the chips, and that was splurging. So enough with the story. Let's go into the review. But this is why this is so important to me. By combine cutting edge ingredient with high tested energy drink formulation and innovative new flavor combination, Bang Energy wrecked the beverage world. All Bang Energy products are PhD formulated for effectiveness and for all active lifestyle. Our unique formulation is designed to reduce fatigue, improve focus, and keep you mentally sharp. With 0 calorie and zero sugar, we never sacrifice the result you expect for the great taste you deserve. Take risks, be different, and own your individuality with confidence. Grab a Bang Energy and fuel your destiny. There you go. Are we excited? We are really excited. And also, I would regret not talking about the Bang, because Bang is such a weird company. It was one of the first, along with Red Bull and Monster. Very weird, very weird business sense. So, for example, sponsoring a girl called Danielle, I don't know her name, but she was like 14 or she was being sexually, her content was kind of sexual, and the content was behind the mom. So they thought of them like, you know what? This is not a child exploitation. This is an opportunity for business. Danielle Kahn, really weird. And the owner of Bang was like, yo, let's go, let's fucking go. And GMM also did a review of every single Bang, which is possibly the biggest marketing, not marketing, but the biggest publicity stunt ever. And it wasn't on purpose. Then people told GMM like, yo, this company. Like, oh, that's kind of funny. So, cotton candy. What am I looking for? I already know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's sweet. I'm looking for soda. I'm looking for an energy drink. I am not looking for cream soda because I don't like cream soda. However, there's a possibility that this is cream soda. The truth is, I remember liking this a lot, but I don't remember what it tastes like. Na zdrowie. The smell really smells like cotton candy, so we like that. Wow. 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 You talk so much shit, dude. Wow. This is unbelievable. 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 Wow. I'm mind blown. My mind is blown. It's just crazy. Why? I don't even know. It does taste like cotton candy. But you know what it really weirdly tastes like? Lucky Charm marshmallow. So this is the main thing I'm getting. Now because I've drank a lot of Bang in my days, I grew the blend. The blend really works here because it's extremely sour. It's extremely sour and a little bit sweet. So there's a nice little harmony between the blend and the flavor. It's kind of sweet bitter. I don't know why. The blend really tastes like black cherry. I don't know why. Sour black cherry. And we have the gunfight water that makes it an energy drink. So great flavor, great harmony, great mix. We love this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink. Here's your boy. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 18th May 2025. We're doing a lot today. We're doing a lot. We're in a good mood for the first time in months. I've been having depression since last month. And for the first time, I'm having 4 good days. So, sorry. Am I completely cured? I don't know. But because we're feeling good, we're playing the tower 1, 2, 3 times. We're watching South, my boy, 90 Day Fiancé Specialist. I fucking love South. We're drinking, of anything, we're drinking Bang Energy drink, cotton candy. Not a sponsor. Not cool enough to be sponsored. My G's Louise. And we're gonna be eating one of the most delicious possible treat that I've had. So my mom was extremely religious. So for her, Easter is important. For me, it's an excuse to get chocolate from my mom. Mama's boy right here. And it's raining hard outside, so if you're seeing me look at my shoulders, that's because I got rained on. She bought me Hershey's Eggies, Reese's. And when I saw this, I was like, this is fucking brilliant. So Hershey's, we know that they're really popular. You might know them for their cooking cream. You might know them for their, they do a lot. They're more so chocolate. I didn't know they were behind Reese's. I think it's a collab, but this is just so smart because on paper, this is the biggest scam in history. And I do mean that. So if you know your Reese's, which is one of my favorite candy, I love Reese's. You know that there's a product called Reese's Pieces. So all you have to do is take Reese's Pieces, follow the exact same method, shape them like eggs, and then you say, well, these are eggies, and you have a crazy markup. You have a crazy markup. However, am I mad? No, I respect the hustle. I respect Hustler. I respect the brilliant, tactical marketing genius behind this. And ultimately speaking, before I even taste this, I really love the product. Why? Because I think it's a brilliant marketing business, first of all. Second of all, I think it's a really good idea. Eggies, Reese's, we love Reese's. So this is really cool. But even then, I'm really happy because my mom feels like my mom thought about me and feels like she did something good, which she did. And I feel like I can taste something new. And I'll possibly never have those again. So this is a golden opportunity to taste a new product. I'm going to be tasting something new. I'm going to be tasting them in front of you guys. So usually I would talk about my life. I would talk about do a crazy intro. I would talk about Jasmine crying 90 Day Fiancé style. However, I'm so sad to say that to start to taste the product, that I think the English, because I'm French, they had an expression for that. I think it's like something along the line of "let's fucking go, bro." Oh, I'm excited. I opened it. The smell already. It smells like chocolate delights. Surprisingly enough, peanut butter isn't something that smells a lot. So there you go. You have a nice little hole open. So I'm going to be dropping some on my hand. Now, right away, I have to applaud this. This is exactly Eggies. Now, why you seem me already being in love with this product? It's because so many companies could have done it. Squirtle could have done it. Skittles, Squirtle, the Pokemon, could have also done it. I don't know why, but I feel like he could have. So you have Skittles that could have done it. Eminem that could have done it. Smarties that could have done it. Somehow, some way, Reese's was like, you know what? Fuck you, and fuck you. I'm gonna do it, and I respect that. Without further ado, Mm. Mm. I love. I think I told you so. So if you allow me, and only if you allow me, I will allow myself a little bit of a I told you so. I think exactly what I thought it was going to be. So it's actually huge Reese's Pieces. And it's phenomenal. And it's really good. However, there is a little bit of a problem with these. So, if you follow the concept of Reese's Pieces, this really works. If you up butter, this really works. So, chances are that if you like Reese's Pieces or Reese's as a general, you like peanut butter. However, with these one, there is a bit of problem of portions. Portions, proportions, popcorn. Why? They're short filling, very shallow. And all you can taste is the cheese, the thing. However, as bland as this is, because this is bland, it's something that is magical. It takes you so long with the shell. Even at the end, you still get some that crunchiness. So, in this one, taste-wise, it doesn't work because it's not very balanced. Product-wise, it's work because it's exactly what I want. Reese's filling and some crunchiness. I get both. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get bitten by a mosquito. Peace.